If you're ready to max out your efficiency, but not your credit card, then you're gonna love the HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press. This brand new machine from Heat Press Nation has 2 stations, each with a 16 by 20 inch lower plat. This heat press features our Signature Series digital controller for dialing in the precise time and temperature settings. It's powered by our 16 by 20 inch Signature Series heating element, which ensures even and consistent heat throughout the entire pressing area. In a first for Heat Press Nation, the Signature Series double station heat press is pneumatic. That means your heating element closes at the press of a button and opens automatically with air power. This is provided by an air compressor sold separately. This eliminates the physical effort required to open and close the machine, which drastically reduces operator fatigue. Setting your pressure is as easy as adjusting a dial to your desired PSI, which is displayed on the front gauge. This is an incredible leap forward in consistency, since your transfers will not get the exact same time, temperature, and pressure applied every last press, no matter who's operating the machine. To navigate between the 2 pressing stations, the upper heating element and control panel assembly is fixed on a track in order to easily slide back and forth between stations as needed. While an item is being pressed at one station, you can easily load and prepare another item on the second station. When your first item is done, slide over the upper heating and control assembly, and you're all set to press your next item. This process can be repeated over and over, which means your press time is no longer downtime. Being a Heat Press Nation's Signature Series product, you can count on our industry-leading support. We're proud to back up all of our products with 1 year of MyExpert protection and free lifetime technical support. If you'd like more information on the HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press, or if you're interested in ordering your very own, head on over to heatpressnation.com. You can also speak with a friendly and knowledgeable member of our MyExpert team at 800-215-0894. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us for a very special episode of Heat Press Nation Live. My name is Jared. I'm going to be your guide, your host, your pal, whatever you want. I'm here for you guys today, and I'm super excited that I get to show off a brand new product. I'm actually at a really fun spot right now. We're here in the lobby of our Fullerton, California location, where we have our offices and in one of our warehouses and our showroom. And I'm super excited to have right here my new, I don't know if it's my best friend. It's getting there. We just met pretty recently, and we're definitely on track to become BFFs. This is the brand new Heat Press Nation Signature Series 16 by 20 inch dual station. 2 stations. It's a pneumatic heat press. Check this out. Push of a button. It's auto open. So not only did I do that automatically, it closed, opens automatically. This is the brand new Signature Series double station 16 by 20 inch pneumatic heat press. I'm going to show you guys everything about this machine. We're super excited to be debuting brand new products. If you remember, maybe I think it was about a week or 2 ago, we showed off the Signature Series, the brand new Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station auto open. Now, the auto open heat press, it's a manual close, but it automatically opens, as you just saw right now with the pneumatic or the air powered version. It's completely automatic. The only thing you do manually is you move it from side to side. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to welcome everybody in. I have the world's tiniest phone right here. I'm going to check in to see if there's any comments. Mayosha Kiki says, I need this. Yes, right. Okay, we're going to have some fun today. I'm going to be doing 2 speed tests. I'm going to show you just how lightning fast your operation can be when you have a double station heat press, not only a double station, but a pneumatic heat press. So we're gonna absolutely kick butt on some t-shirts today. I'm gonna be getting to that right now live, but do me a favor, if you're tuning in, let me know where you're coming in from, man. I would love to see where everybody's at. Tanyali says, I bet this cost an arm and 10 legs. I mean, not really. I don't know what the cost of legs are these days, but this machine is coming in, actually, I want to say it's coming in the mid 2000s. I will have to double check, only because these are brand new products. I know for a fact if you go for the auto open, which is again, it's the manual close version. It's the one that we showed off, I believe it was last week. That one's coming in well under 2000. This one's going to be coming in a little bit over 2000. But yeah, when you think about the output and the amount of money that you can make, which we're going to show you today, I'm literally going to put it through its paces live right now. You'll see these machines pay for themselves very fast, especially when you're taking in those big orders. So yeah, I just want to say what's up to everybody. So I'm going to take you through a few features on this machine really quick, and then I'm going to do our speed test. Now for our speed test today, we're going to be making, I think I have about 15 shirts here. I'm going to be doing a speed test on how fast I could print 5 shirts, and then I'm going to be doing a second one, how fast I could do 10 shirts. And you're going to be very, very surprised. So let me go ahead and show you this machine. So first thing you're going to notice is that there are 2 stations. It's going to come with the 2 16 by 20 inch lower platens included. Now this is like, it's the brain and the heart. This is the main part of the heat press. So these bottom stations here, these are where your t-shirts go. And really they just kind of hold the shirt while it gets pressed. They're able to withstand the heavy pressure that's applied by the machine. But really all the controls and everything that's important is right here. So on the front panel, like any other heat press that we carry, especially on the Signature Series line, on the front panel right here, we do have where you could set your time and temperature. It's very easy. You simply cycle through, you can go Fahrenheit or Celsius. You can set your degrees. I'm at 350 degrees right now. Adjusting it is just a few buttons. Next is our time. Now, your eyes don't deceive you. The time is set for 7 seconds. We're going to be pressing TruePrint custom screen printed transfers today. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but it's only a 7-second dwell time. Once you're locked in, you're ready to go. Operating the heat press is incredibly easy. I'll show you. There's 2 buttons on either side for safety. By the way, we're really big on safety here. So if you accidentally press one button, nothing's going to happen. There's another button, matching button. If you just press one button, it's not going to accidentally mash your fingers. Basically, we have it set to use 2 buttons to make sure that both hands are clear from the pressing area. So simple as. Now that little sound that you're hearing, that futuristic sound, that's actually air from our air compressor that's powering the machine to close it. When the timer reaches 0, it opens up automatically. The only manual part is sliding the machine from left to right between stations. Once you're done pressing here, bring it over, press what's this on here, and then, vice versa. And now if you're wondering where the air compressor is, we actually have it outside, just out of frame where you can't see it on camera. But we do have it connected to an air compressor. We typically recommend, if you really want to have this thing powered properly, 2-gallon air compressor, 2 horsepower air compressor, 8-gallon tank. However, we did get it tested and it actually functioned just fine on 1 horsepower with a 5-gallon tank. What we did notice about using the smaller air compressors is that the air, it had to keep refilling, and if you're using a cheap air compressor, it's probably going to be kind of noisy. And so if you're okay with that noise level, awesome. But if not, if you want to go a little bit longer between hearing the machine go off, you can go for a bigger tank, you can go for kind of a bigger compressor. But it's completely air powered. Now, why is that important? Well, if you've ever used a heat press before, especially if you've used a manual heat press where you're closing it manually, you're opening it manually, you know that pressing a handful of t-shirts is not that big of a deal. You're pressing 1, 2, 5, 20, 40, not that big of a deal. But once you start pressing 50, 100, 200 shirts every day, dude, you're gonna get your workout in. And what happens when you need to hire somebody and they're just not used to that kind of physical workload, or maybe they're not used to adjusting the pressure on the heat press? That's where a bad boy like this really comes in handy. As I'm about to show you in just a moment in our live demonstration, one person can really just crank out with maximum output on a single machine, and operator fatigue's not a big deal because, again, I'm not lowering a press, I'm not raising it, sliding it from left to right, and I'm letting the air compressor do all the work for me. If you have any questions at all about this machine, I do have the comments open here, so feel free to chime in. Yeah, we're gonna be getting to these right now. I'm about ready to do our speed test. Now, one more thing, as far as the air pressure, there is a PSI indicator right here on the front dial. It's controlled by something in the back, which you can't see right now, but there's a dial in the back that allows you to regulate the flow of pressure. And so you can really dial in with very, very good accuracy exactly how much pressure is being applied on your garments. And then because it's set, everything's gonna be super consistent. And again, if you're onboarding new employees and getting them trained on your equipment, you know, if you're used to, again, older machines where you're manually setting the pressure, it's kind of nuanced. You know, you gotta train your feel. There's a little bit of muscle memory involved to getting the right pressure, whereas with this, hey, you just set it to a number and it's ready to rock and roll. So what I'm about to do, and this is just a sample show, let me get this out of the way here. What I'm about to do is a speed test. Now, one of the huge advantages to using a pneumatic heat press like the brand new Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic is that your efficiency is just gonna skyrocket, especially if you're leveling up from a single station manual heat press. Now, I love a single station heat press. I personally own the Signature Series 16 by 20 auto open, which is like a single machine. And I've done runs of, I think my biggest run was a little over 100 shirts at once. Awesome, that thing handled like a champ. I would have gotten a heck of a lot faster and with a lot less physical output if I would have had one of these. So what I'm gonna do right now is I have my timer on the iPad. Oops. There we go. So I have a timer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a timer. I have t-shirts and transfers right here. And I have my Signature dual pneumatic right here. I'm gonna see how fast it takes me to do 5 shirts. Now, yes, we could go as many shirts as we want. We don't really like wasting product here. So we're gonna see how long it takes me to do just 5 shirts. And then from there, we could figure out, okay, well, we could do this many shirts per hour. So today, just so you know what I'm using this Signature dual pneumatic and I'm using TruePrint custom transfers. We're using the TruePrint custom screen printed transfers, which have only a 7-second dwell time. If you wanna be competitive with the screen print shop down the street, you can order TruePrint custom screen printed transfers. It's real screen print ink. They press in 7 seconds and you're gonna see just how awesome they come out right now. So I'm getting ready to start the clock. If you're watching live right now, go ahead and stay tuned. This should only take, to do 5 shirts, I'm guessing I'm gonna come in under 4 minutes, but we'll see. All right, timer is set and let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna set this down right here. Let's go. So on my first station, I'm gonna do my first shirt. Just gonna load that. Now, once you get into a groove or once you're used to pressing t-shirts, you're gonna see just how quick it is. Now, I did this before and we received some complaints that I wasn't pre-pressing my t-shirts, so I'm gonna give it a little pre-press for you guys, that way nobody says I'm cheating. Gonna lay the transfer down. Now what's cool about TruePrint custom screen printed transfers, it's a 7-second dwell time. It's a hot peel, so these things are lightning fast. Now the one thing you do want to keep in mind is that once the press is open, you want to get there. You want to peel it pretty quick. And look at that. Actually, no, I'll show you guys in a minute because it's going to take me a few seconds to get there. Okay, here we go. That pre-press is done. Now it's ready for the real press. And so as you can see, once you kind of get into your flow, it's quick, man. You're just going to be cranking out shirts. There we go. Shirt number 2 is done. Now, ideally, I would have had a second shirt lined up, ready to go, but that's okay. We're cranking. I got shirt number 3 right there. There we go. Shirt number 3 is done. I'm barely at the 2-minute mark. Shirt number 4 is getting pressed right now, or pre-pressed, I should say. There we go. I got 5 getting pre-pressed. Number 4 is going down. And I'm just cranking away. If you guys are just tuning in, I am doing a speed test right now. I am under the gun, getting these shirts done. 4 is up. I feel like I'm in a restaurant. 5 is up. Oh, you guys, that's pretty darn fast. Look at this. The clock does not lie. That's 5 t-shirts done in under 3 minutes. That's 2 minutes, 41 seconds, and that's with a pre-press, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I did do a test previously with the auto open version, and this is the shirt, by the way. This is real screen print ink. We're gonna show it to this camera over here. Right here, yeah, there we go. So check this out. This is real screen print ink. This is a true print custom transfer. So what I did is I uploaded the artwork, ordered it. We printed it in our print shop, and the transfers that you just saw, actually, it's hard to see this on camera. You'll see it better with the puff transfer. I do have a sample right here. So it's hard to see because it's white ink on white paper, but basically there is screen print ink on this sheet. It has a special additive so it's stable on the sheet. But what it allows you to do is it allows you to press this screen print ink onto your t-shirts like you just saw me do 5 times in under 3 minutes. And it's a permanent screen print transfer. It's amazing quality. You saw how fast it was. So even with me taking the time for a pre-press, which usually is a good idea, so it's why I wanted to do it today, I still got 5 shirts done in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. If we round that up to 3 minutes, right? Let's just say it took me 3 minutes to do 5 shirts. Well, guess what? That means that I could do 100 shirts an hour. So right now, at this rate, so if I had all everything, my workspace is set up, I have my 100 shirts ready to go, I have my 100 blank transfers ready to go, presses here, even with the pre-press, even with doing everything the right way, I was working right now at a rate of 100 shirts an hour. That is pretty awesome. Think about it this way. If you're profiting, let's say, a blank shirt costs you, you're using a medium quality shirt, so you're using like a $4 t-shirt. Each transfer is coming in, if you're ordering 100, let's just say, because I don't have the pricing off the top of my head, let's just say you're at $2, which is, I know that's not what it is. Let's just say you're at $2 a transfer. Okay, you're at $6 in blanks. You're selling each one for dirt cheap, $10. Well, this order just made you $400 in 1 hour. Like, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty darn good. I know the margins are better than that. I'm just doing some quick math in my not so smart brain. But check that out. The clock doesn't lie. 2 minutes, 41 seconds for our speed test. So that's pretty awesome. If you guys have any questions about the machine, again, right now, we are very happy at Heat Press Nation to be debuting the brand new HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press. This is a killer machine, and I really hope you guys get on this, man. It is an incredible machine. Let me see if we have any comments here. Sorry, I'm bringing up Facebook here, and it is just taking me way too long. So give me a second. Sorry, Facebook. I'll get to you guys in a minute. We'll load comments right now. But yeah, now I do have another speed test where we're about to go through and do 10 t-shirts. And for that, what's really cool about that one is I'll be using our puff transfers. Now this one's a little bit easier to see. What's cool about the puff transfers is it's extremely consistent on the puff. So I know that sometimes with puff vinyl, there's a little nuance to it. You got to really you got to dial in your heat settings. You for sure cannot skip the pre-press. And then, there's, again, a little nuance to that. These are a lot more forgiving. They're a lot more consistent, and They press in 7 seconds. So I'm about to get started on our second speed test. You guys might be thinking, well, hey, if anybody can do 5 shirts really fast, well, we're gonna try 10 shirts. And what I do love about the HPN TruePrint custom transfers, the screen printed products, which would include the transfers you just saw me do and this puff transfer, which I'm about to do, is they work on any color garment. So of course, I just used a white transfer, so you're gonna wanna put that on a dark colored garment. But this is a coral orange transfer, and as you're gonna see, I have white, gray, and black t-shirts ready to rock and roll right now. I'm about to press 10 of them, and this transfer is gonna look good, feel good on all of them. So I'm pretty stoked. We're gonna get started right now. Now, if you're just tuning in and you're like, what is this dude talking about? Again, today we are kind of debuting live the brand new pneumatic heat press. And when we say pneumatic, what we mean is air powered. Now, right outside, we do have our air compressor set up, and that's what powers it. So if you're wondering, well, how does it squish the shirts? How does it press the shirts? That's all air power, and it's powered really easy. With this machine, the only physical thing you're really doing besides loading the shirts is you're just moving the upper, which I guess it's the heart and soul of this machine. You're just moving the upper assembly on the track to the left and to the right. Now it's very easy to engage. There's 2 buttons for safety. And you know what's funny? There's an emergency stop there. And what I did, because when we were testing this machine, I was like, let's just say something, my hand got caught in there. You could just hit it with your head, hit it with something, your elbow. The emergency stop is right here, conveniently and safely located right at the front. In the event you need to open the machine before the time is up, you could do that right there. So very easy. We really have so many important features integrated onto this machine, and we're really proud of the brand new Signature Series 16 by 20 inch. Again, dual station pneumatic auto open heat press. The only part that I can't really show you live, it is in our other video. In fact, if you want to see like a true unboxing and setup video, that is available right now on our YouTube channel. And that's going to show you how to adjust the pressure, which it's in the back, so I can't really show you, due to the camera angles that we got going on. But if you want to see how to do that, you can check out our video. This thing is a beast. You see it's on our double station, on our double stand, I should say, which is 2 of our regular stands that they come with a special kit so you can assemble them all together. This thing is a monster. It's powered by regular home power, your standard 110 outlet, so you don't need to call your electrician to convert anything over. It's plug and play, it truly is. As long as you have the air compressor and the heat press, you should be good to go. The only thing is that it's pretty heavy. In our experience, we usually move this thing with about 3 grown strong men. Strong kind of like me, So it is pretty heavy. If you're gonna have it shipped to your house, check out the video because it does come in a crate. So chances are, if you live in an apartment, they're gonna drop it off maybe on the street or maybe in the driveway out in front. You'll have to uncrate it there and then carry it upstairs. I hope you're not upstairs, but you're gonna have to carry it there. So this is a beefy machine. It's definitely recommended for commercial use. So if you're a screen print shop and you are moving into DTF, this is a great option for you. Or if you're a smaller heat press shop and you're expanding and you wanna be able to increase your output, you could start ordering transfers and pair it with this machine, as you're about to see right now. You could really crank up your output with a minimal amount of space. So it's really exciting. There's so many applications for a dual pneumatic machine like this, and it's relatively affordable. I say relatively because, if you're just entering the market and you're looking to spend $500 on a heat press, hey, I have the heat press for you. The Craft Pro is gonna be phenomenal for that. But as your business grows, your needs are gonna grow, and then the required investment is gonna grow. So this machine, I wanna say, comes in right around $2,600, $2,700 or so. I'll get you the exact number in a moment. But it does have to ship freight, which depending on where you're at in the lower 48 states, it's gonna be, I wanna say, around $200, $300 or so. That being said, this thing is a monster, and really something that heavy is not gonna ship for free. All right, I'm getting ready to do our second speed test. So again, if you're kind of just tuning in our first speed test I made, and I'll show you right here, I made 5 of these shirts in less than 3 minutes. That's a working rate of 100 shirts an hour. Easy, right? These shirts are great. This is real screen print ink. This is a true print custom screen printed transfer. So this is gonna last very long. This is not vinyl. This is not sublimation. It's not DTF. This is screen print on our t-shirt, which means it's gonna be very long lasting. It's gonna have a great hand, great feel on it. It looks phenomenal, and it only presses in 7 seconds. Sounds almost too good to be true, but I guarantee you this is the truth here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started right now on our second speed test. So just so for the record, our first speed test, we did 5 shirts in 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clear this, and we're gonna get started on our second set of t-shirts. I have 10 t-shirts here in gray, white, and black, so we got a few different colors going on. I'm gonna be using true print, screen printed puff transfers. These are super cool. So I'm gonna get into the grind. So questions are gonna be on pause for a second. I'm gonna walk you through my process. We're gonna do 10 shirts. We're gonna see how long it takes, and the time is gonna start in 3, 2, let's go. All right, let me set this down here. And we're gonna get started. So what I am gonna do here is I am gonna be pre-pressing all of these shirts. If you have wrinkles, or if you're in, honestly, if you're in like a humid climate, you definitely wanna be pre-pressing your t-shirts. There we go, while the first one's pre-pressing, we're loading. So on every station, if one is pre-pressing, the other one is loading. If one is being pressed, it's being pressed, there we go. So here we go, first shirt is getting the imprint. We're going about 4 fingers down, getting that nice and centered. Now these are a hot peel, so when it's ready, I am gonna kind of just abandon the other one. Get it going, all right. Beautiful, first shirt's done. Now because I'm in a speed test, you are gonna have to wait a few moments to see how that came out. Second one's done. Let's go ahead and peel that. That came out beautifully. Okay, I got one shirt kind of cooking under there. It'll be fine. I'm gonna load this one. Now I will say this, it does take a little bit of practice to get to the point where you can be confident that you're loading your t-shirts correctly on the lower platen. Also, these are, I believe, are like either size medium or size large shirts, which are very easy to align on your heat press. If you're working with larger shirts, you know, sometimes those do take a few extra moments to get centered onto the lower platen. But again, once you kind of have your workflow down, it's pretty quick, it's pretty easy. So I got shirts 3 and 4 on the press right now. Shirt 3 is about to pop off. There we go. Now this is a hot peel. Oops. There we go. Shirt 3, done. Shirt 4. Now, I will say another thing. Be careful where you throw these papers because they're kind of slippery on the floor right now. And I'm realizing that I should be a little bit more careful. Hot peel, let's go. Shirt 4 is done. I'm at about 2 minutes, 22 seconds, so I'm already beating my previous time. Let's go. Oh, that's a pre-press. Okay, so give me a second. So I'm also, not only am I pressing these, I'm giving them a pre-press. So you guys know we're doing the full process here. We're not taking any shortcuts. We're not skipping any steps. And we're still just absolutely kicking butt on speed. Now the reason why you want to go a little bit big, earlier I was recommending, you know, what kind of air compressor you want to use. The reason why we recommend going a little bit heavier duty with 2 horsepower, 8 gallon is because you don't want to have to pause your operation so your air compressor can catch up. Because with all the pressing I'm doing here, it's pretty quick, right? And as you can see, the heat press is actually faster than I am. So this heat press is pressing it, it's putting out the shirts faster than I can even load it, which is a great, great problem to have. I love when things work and when they work fast. So with a dedicated employee, or I should say an operator, because I mean, you could be running it yourself, truly. With a dedicated operator, I mean, you could really just crank out the t-shirts. Also, another big thing we've noticed is it's important to prepare your space before you get started. So like I have my transfers ready, I have my shirts ready, so that way I could just grab and go. So a little preparation goes a long way when you're doing these. I also have a lot of experience pressing t-shirts, so I'm pretty confident in my ability to get these things centered properly and just to get them straight. There we go. See, so I'm fast. So I have these off right now, and now I got to reload my press. I have an empty press. So again, the heat press is just so much faster than I am. When you're doing cool transfers like this, now there's other transfers, like direct-to-film transfers, which we actually demonstrated in our previous speed test. Those are 15 seconds. Those have a 15-second dwell time. So, you know, I might have a better chance catching up with my machine that way. Here we go. So I do have shirts 9 and 10. They're on the press. 9 is about to go down. Loading the transfer on shirt 10, and I might just get this done under 6 minutes. Oh, I don't want to jinx myself. Here we go. Shirt 9 is done. Shirt 10 is about to be finished. Here we go. Time. Okay. This is wild. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back over here. Now, before I show you my finishing time, check out this t-shirt. So this is a t-shirt that I've been pressing. This is a cool graphic. It's done on our True Print custom puff transfer. So I'm going to actually hold it up right here. Oh, where am I? Right here? Yes. Check this out. So I have 10 of these. So this is the white one. So if you're following, I did 5 white shirts. Right, 1, and they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 white shirts. I'm just going to set these down. I did a couple black shirts, and what's really cool, I did 3 black shirts. This coral comes through no matter what color garment you're pressing. Like, because it's screen print ink and it's thick, it doesn't need the underbase. It's thick enough to where it's going to hold its own color on top of the garment. And then, of course, you could see it on kind of a gray. This coral really, really comes through nice, man. I love it. I love the dimension that the puff gives it. It looks super fabulous. And so, how long did it take me to print fully, start to finish, press 10 t-shirts? I got that done in 5.5 minutes. 5 minutes, 32 seconds. So now, if we're talking about how many shirts is that an hour, that's just a little bit less than, what are we talking about? 5, this is 12 times 10. So basically right now, I was cranking just a little bit under 120 shirts an hour. So at that speed, if I'm able to do 10 shirts in 5.5 minutes, oh, actually, no, sorry. Let me round up to 6 minutes, because for my quick math right now, that's gonna do a little bit better. So 10 times 10, so yeah, we're still at about 100. I would imagine it's a little bit more than 100 shirts an hour, but since I can't brain math the fractions or the decimals, we're gonna round this up to 6 minutes, and I'm right there at 100 shirts an hour. So it's very safe to say that with an experienced operator, which doesn't take too much experience if we're being totally honest, but with a dedicated operator that's willing to just crank, you can easily complete 100 shirts an hour. That's not some, harebrained marketing campaign. That's not just a cool number we thought about. We did 2 tests today. We did a 5-shirt test and a 10-shirt test. And in both tests, we're coming in at right about just a little bit over 100 shirts an hour. That's phenomenal. We're super excited to be able to bring this kind of firepower. We're so happy to be able to supercharge print shops around the country with the brand new, let me get these out of the way, all these shirts now. By the way, if you come to our Fullerton, California showroom, you could grab one of these t-shirts as a sample to take home, wash it, wear it. We got you. But all this is thanks to the brand new Signature Series. 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press. We're letting air power do all the hard work for us, and we're taking advantage of 2 stations to really just max out the productivity of a single operator. I mean, 100 shirts an hour, that's really something. That is some incredible output. And again, we're excited to be able to offer this at a very affordable price to our customers. So if you have any questions at all about the HPN double station pneumatic heat press from the Signature Series line, we have this one, and then we also have an auto open. Now, if you go back a little bit into our video library, you're gonna see we did a speed test on the auto open. Just a teeny tiny bit slower, but we're still getting around 100 shirts an hour. The difference is on the auto open, which has a manual close, there's a little bit more operator fatigue there, whereas on a pneumatic, this bad boy is handling all the hard work for me. So we're really excited about either one. Now, if you have any questions, give us a call. 800-215-0894. Our My Expert representatives are happy to help you. They're gonna listen to you. They're gonna hear what you want from your business, and they're able to make their best possible recommendations. Now, if you're in the Southern California area, I'm here live right now from our showroom in Fullerton, California. We're about 10 to 15 minutes north of Disneyland, if you roughly know where that's at. So if you're ever in Southern California, come on by during business hours. We're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you stroll in at 3:58 p.m., I'm gonna give you the very, very quick tour. I'm gonna give you the 2-minute tour if you stroll in at 3:58. But we have these are ready to go. They're in our showroom, so you can see them, look at them, feel them, get a gauge for how big they are, what you're gonna need, will it fit in your space, all that. And if you're not able to stop by in Fullerton, we now have video shopping available. It's an incredible new feature on our website. You're gonna go to heatpressnation.com, and on select products, you're gonna see a banner. You click on that banner, and then one of our chat representatives you'll immediately open a chat window, and then what we do from there is we'll just set up a private online meeting room. You don't have to get on camera if you don't want to, but our staff here, they're gonna turn on their camera. They can walk you around on camera in the showroom. They could show you these machines. So even if you're not able to stop by in person, you can still get that full in-person showroom experience from your friends at Heat Press Nation. So this has been an absolute blast. I'm so glad to be able to show off these machines to you. If you have any questions at all, you could put them in the comments below, whether you're watching live or watching in the future. You can also give us a call. Once again, our phone number is 800-215-0894. Our team is ready to answer all of your questions. And again, you can join us. You can see these machines firsthand. You can see them firsthand, either through our brand new instant video shopping feature online, or come on down to Fullerton, California. We'll be happy to show you around. Once again, my name is Jared. This is the brand new Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic air powered heat press that I'm so excited to show off today. It's been great to be able to share this with all of you. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios. If you're ready to max out your efficiency, but not your credit card, then you're gonna love the HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press. This brand new machine from Heat Press Nation has 2 stations, each with a 16 by 20 inch lower plat. This heat press features our Signature Series digital controller for dialing in the precise time and temperature settings. It's powered by our 16 by 20 inch Signature Series heating element, which ensures even and consistent heat throughout the entire pressing area. In a first for Heat Press Nation, the Signature Series double station heat press is pneumatic. That means your heating element closes at the press of a button and opens automatically with air power. This is provided by an air compressor sold separately. This eliminates the physical effort required to open and close the machine, which drastically reduces operator fatigue. Setting your pressure is as easy as adjusting a dial to your desired PSI, which is displayed on the front gauge. This is an incredible leap forward in consistency, since your transfers will not get the exact same time, temperature, and pressure applied every last press, no matter who's operating the machine. To navigate between the 2 pressing stations, the upper heating element and control panel assembly is fixed on a track in order to easily slide back and forth between stations as needed. While an item is being pressed at one station, you can easily load and prepare another item on the second station. When your first item is done, slide over the upper heating and control assembly, and you're all set to press your next item. This process can be repeated over and over, which means your press time is no longer downtime. Being a Heat Press Nation's Signature Series product, you can count on our industry-leading support. We're proud to back up all of our products with 1 year of MyExpert protection and free lifetime technical support. If you'd like more information on the HPN Signature Series 16 by 20 inch double station pneumatic heat press, or if you're interested in ordering your very own, head on over to heatpressnation.com. You can also speak with a friendly and knowledgeable member of our MyExpert team